What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking into one of the greatest drivers that's ever been able to drive in the world of rally. Yes, if you grew up around the same time like I did, I'm sure you have played the game many times. It's Colin McRae. We're going to go find out what makes him one of the GOATs. Let's go. Whoa,
what was it about Colin McRae that made him arguably the WRC's most legendary driver?
Most legendary driver, you heard that.
Who sadly passed away in 2007, was not the most successful driver in the sport, yet to this day he is revered by motorsport fans across the world.
How is that a thing? He didn't win, well, like he just said, he didn't win too much, but it's still highly respected. I'm very intrigued in this video. I want to know more about Colin McRae.
Why? Well, it might have had something to do with this kind of stuff.
He's off-roading.
Flair, passion and a first or bust mentality are certainly part of his allure, not to mention that he didn't always play nice. But there were also some specific unforgettable performances that helped earn his name into the sport's collective memory. Here are just some of our favourites.
He just looks like he didn't care. He was full sending it. Mama was off-roading more than it was actually on the road. That's the way I drive. Maybe I got a little bit of Colin McRae spirit in me. I don't know. Let's go. 1992. Oh my God, I didn't think it was that far back. That's a throwback.
McRae's natural talent, flamboyant style and early successes had seen him turn the heads of Subaru, who recruited him for the 1991 season of the British Rally Championship, which, unsurprisingly, he won. And so, in 1992, McRae was given the opportunity to test his mettle on the sport's biggest stage, the WRC.
The cars look so different from today. They look so different. They look like a regular road car at this point. My God.
And it was on the formidably fast forest roads of Finland that year that one of the most defining moments of his career would take place. McRae had been advised to take his first time on Finland's rapid stages nice and easy, build some experience and treat the event as a learning exercise.
There's no way you can, the first time you can go out and just go flat out here, or you're bound to have an accident.
That was not the McRae way. He'd already rolled his Subaru in testing before the rally had even begun.
What?
And with the car straightened out, they went on to start the rally.
Wait, are you saying this car right here is the same as this one?
That was not the McRae way.
They did some good
He'd
job.
already rolled his Subaru in testing before the rally had even begun. And with the car straightened out, they went on to start the rally, where he proceeded to go off dramatically on the very first day.
Ooh, that's a big crash.
With the car patched up yet again, McRae remained undeterred. He kept pushing and rolled yet again. Once more, the Subaru refused to quit. McRae refused to quit.
Oh my God, they're using...
And with a car now...
I'm so sorry. They're using plasters now to hold it up. How the hell is it still drivable? It doesn't look it at all.
Seemingly more duct tape than body parts, he finished his first Rally Finland. And no,
Oh, let's take a minute to look at the state of this car right here. No windscreen, that is gone. There's no way they can fit under the windscreen. Look at the cave, it's caved all the way in. Nah, this guy is wild.
He finished his first Rally Finland. And no, he hadn't won. But he'd certainly burned his name into rallying's collective consciousness. He had put everything on the line and refused to take the safe option. And, as we'll see later, that will become something of a running theme throughout his career.
Oh my God, it must be expensive to have him on the team. Fixing the car over and over again. 3 years later.
Though Colin McRae's 1995 season got off to a rocky start, a win in New Zealand, a podium in Australia, and a contentious podium in Spain, more on that later, meant that he had elbowed his way into contention for his first ever world title. And it would be decided at the last event of the year, Rally GB. It was to be a
getting that Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton vibes right now.
straight shootout between McRae and his teammate Carlos Sainz.
Whoa. Carlos Sainz Senior, I'm guessing. That's Carlos Sainz's dad on Formula One. Didn't know he did rally.
But almost from the off, McRae was on a flyer and Sainz had no answer. It was a simply masterful performance on the muddy gravel of the Welsh forests, and one that was eagerly lapped up by his legions of British fans. He crossed the finish line to take his second Rally GB win, and his first and only World Championship title was secured.
First and only? I thought he had multiple championship wins, you know. I didn't know he only won one because he was so famous. Ah.
Not only that, but at 27 he became the WRC's youngest ever world champion, a record which remained until 2022 when Kalle Rovanperä won his first title at just 22 years old.
Wow. They get younger and younger. Cyprus 2002. Oh my God, is that his car? That is
Neither the unforgiving gravel nor a torrential downpour could stop McRae from building a commanding lead of more than 20 seconds after the first 2 days of competition in Cyprus 2002. But while others might have played it safe, McRae was living by his mantra, if in doubt, flat out, and he continued to push. First or bust? This was more first and bust, as the Scotsman incredibly rolled his car while trying to extend his lead even further.
Unfortunately, we've rolled in there.
In a McRae-style flashback to 10 years earlier in Finland, he somehow was able to nurse his battered Ford Focus back to the service park, but obviously by then his lead was long surrendered. Incredibly though, and in classic McRae style, in an effort to claw back the time lost, he rolled yet again. But again, he was able to keep the now almost unrecognisable Focus going, despite even heading the wrong way down the stage for a short time.
What?
McRae ended up finishing 6th, but his refusal to play it safe or throw in the towel endeared him even further to rally fans worldwide.
No.
And speaking of not throwing in the towel,
now, I have to say, this is not what I was expecting when I said I was going to watch this video. I thought it was going to be something completely different. I didn't realize they crashed so many times. I thought it was going to be like a smooth operator, but no, my man was wild. Look at that kid, brilliant.
Rally Argentina is renowned for its brutal rocky roads that have been hewn through the crumbling Translaciera mountains. Nevertheless, McRae had gotten himself in the position to be able to start applying pressure on leader Tommi Mäkinen.
And 6.
That was until one of the rocks wreaked its own havoc on the Subaru suspension. The tyre jammed onto the bodywork meant McRae and co-driver Nicky Grist were unable to remove the damaged wheel, and there were still 2 stages to run before service and the chance of professional repairs. No problem though. Their answer, simply drive until the tyre blew up. With the wheel now off, they then set about straightening the buckled lateral link in the most McRae way possible. With the part now refitted, they dropped to 5th place, but incredibly, McRae went on to set the fastest time on the very next stage. And as we'll see next, he was sometimes, well, too fast for some people's liking.
You gotta love it. This guy was crazy. Determination to the max.
McRae and his Subaru teammate Carlos Sainz were locked in a titanic battle for the title as the penultimate round of 1995 season Rally Spain got underway. McRae was leading the championship, but it was a slender 2-point advantage.
Wow.
This could still go both ways. As the rally progressed, it was Sainz, the local hero, who had pulled ahead of McRae. The advantage Sainz held was deemed significant enough for Subaru's management to order both drivers to back off, hold position and secure those valuable manufacturer's points. Suffice to say, This did not go down well with Colin McRae.
Of course it
The
didn't.
Scotsman refused to yield, ignoring multiple pleas from the team to back off and let Sainz take victory. And so,
Did you see the guy's literally in the middle of the road trying to stop him? And it's like, no. Either you get out of the way or I'm running your ass over. What a madman.
McRae, in inverted commas, won the rally.
Oh, this is definitely
Cue
Max
some
Verstappen.
heated words exchanged in the service park before the rally's final check-in point.
We're fighting for the championship. Why should I have to finish second?
Eventually, after team boss David Richards applied some heavy pressure, McRae relented and deliberately checked in late, thus forfeiting his win.
Oh,
This
wow.
ensured that the title fight would be decided at the final event of the year in Wales Rally
wow.
GB.
That was harsh. That's my
And
McLaren
for us,
right now.
that encapsulates much of what makes Colin McRae so revered to this day. As with many of McRae's memorable moments, it's not about the times that he won. He more often than not didn't. It was the way he went about his business that earned him such adoration. McRae was a driver that was always guaranteed to be spectacular. He would reliably go all in regardless of the consequences and would never, ever give up. So, what are your most iconic Colin McRae moments?
Oh, I don't have any, but my God, that was wild. I didn't realize it was that crazy, but my goodness gracious, he did all that rolling. Nothing happened to him, walked away, and then one crash in the helicopter and it was gone. Life is crazy. If you've enjoyed the video, guys, smash the like button and let me know your favorite part of the video as well, okay? Smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace out.